Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay.
Giridhari, you did not wear today costume?
Sorry, Mataji, we are late for class, so however we have to do class.
Okay. Mataji, please continue, Mataji.
All right. So thank you, Mataji. So we are going into Kunti prayers, and I see some raised hands already for the sloka recitation. Yes, we can get started now. And last class, you had a good discussion about a lot of stories about Kunti Maharani's prayers as well. So today also we will try to see and understand what Kunti Maharani has to say. Today we'll be seeing verses 38 to 40. Okay. And then we will go through pastime with the pastime of Haridas Thakur for moral stories. So this is the plan. All right. Samskriti, can you go through this verse, please?
Yes, Mataji. Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadobi saha pandavaha bhavato darshanam yarhi rishikesham iveshituhu.
Rishikanam iveshituhu. Janavi, go ahead, the same verse.
Okay. Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadavi saha pandava bhavato darshanam yarhi rishikesham iveshituhu.
Wonderful. Thank you. Aditya, go through this verse, please.
Okay, Mataji. Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadobi saha pandavaha bhavato darshanam yarhi rishikanam niveshituhu.
Thank you. So we will understand this verse now. What is Kunti Maharani saying? She's saying, as the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit, similarly, if you do not look upon us, all our fame and activities along with the Pandavas and Yadus will end at once. What is Srila Prabhupada saying? Kunti Devi is quite aware that the existence of the Pandavas is due to Krishna only. The Pandavas are undoubtedly well established in name and fame and are guided by the king Yudhishthira, who is morality personified. And the Yadus are undoubtedly the great allies. But without the guidance of Krishna, all of them are non-entities, as much as the senses of the body are useless without the guidance of consciousness. So what is Srila Prabhupada saying here? And Kunti Maharani, she knows, okay, Krishna, without Krishna, nothing. We are just a useless piece of matter, right? Only because Krishna is there in our heart, Krishna is there as Paramatma in our heart, we are of some value, right? Otherwise, there is no value to a person. Because of Krishna's presence, because of the soul's presence, we are able to sustain in this material world. All this name, glory, everything is coming from whom? From Krishna. Because the Pandavas, remember Arjuna is glorified in Bhagavad Gita because of Krishna. Krishna said, everything is already performed by me already. All you have to do is just go and fight the battle and fight the Kauravas. That's all you have to do. Everything, their destiny, they've already been killed in the battle. No, why Arjuna is getting this fame? Because he participated in the war, because he fought against the Kauravas, he got so much fame. Otherwise, without Krishna, no fame, nothing. And we all also have to recognize, if we are, say, for example, if you win a competition or something, we cannot become puffed up by that. Everything is due to the mercy of the Lord. And that is why we offer it back to the Lord again. Krishna, you gave me this as an entitlement. I won this competition and I give it back to you. I surrender upon you. It is due to your mercy I'm able to get this medal. But I know without you, I couldn't have won it. Who is the ultimate sanctioner? Even if I want to talk, the words have to come out of my mouth, right? For me to talk, Krishna has to sanction. That is how merciful he is. We are able to do a particular activity because of Krishna. See, Giridhar, we have Giridhar lifting his gada. How is he able to do? It is because of Krishna's sanction he is able to lift that gada. It looks really heavy, but still he is able to lift it. It's because of Krishna. He gave him the, see, he's taking it, he's bringing it back. Maybe he'll swirl around like this. Who knows? All this is done because of Krishna's sanction. So that is what we need to understand. See, Giridhar is becoming famous because he's having, showing who? Hanuman. Right? He's exhibiting Hanuman here. Because Hanuman is a famous personality, he's portraying him, and in that process, Giridhar also will become famous. But all this fame and name is all due to Krishna's mercy. And Kunti Maharani very well understands that. See, without you, Krishna, it is like senses of the body are useless without consciousness. What happens when there is no consciousness? What is that person called? I'm asking you all a question. What is that person called if he is without consciousness?
On Krishna conscious. No.
This.
Without consciousness, what happens to that person?
They become what? It doesn't go to Krishna.
He does, but what is the state of that person? I'm asking. Without consciousness.
Oh, I'm dead. The body's dead.
Correct. Correct. Who said that?
Mukund.
Mukund. Yes. Without consciousness, a person is considered dead. You try to pinch the person. If the person is not responding to the pinch, or if Giridhar is going to hit a person with his gada, if that person is not waking up, that means that person is dead. He is not conscious. Without consciousness, a person is considered dead. This is the understanding. So, Kunti Maharani, what is she saying? Without your guidance, oh Lord, without you, our body is useless. Just like the senses of the body are useless without consciousness, without you, there is no point. I mean, we don't have anything. The existence of us is there because of you. Otherwise, our existence is not. Even if it is there, it is not there without your presence. Okay, that is the understanding. And no one should be proud of his prestige, power, fame, without being guided by the favor of the Supreme Lord. The living beings are always dependent, and ultimate dependable object is Lord himself. He is who we have to depend. Say, for example, you are going through some trouble in your life. Oh God, I'm going through so much misery in my life. Please help me to tolerate this. Through your mercy only I can come out of this. Maybe we can pray like that. Whenever we are going through some sort of miseries in our life or some hurdles, instead of just worrying to ourselves, we pray to Krishna in our hearts to take care of the problem. Give me the strength, Krishna, to handle this problem, to tackle this problem. That is what we did. So every point of time we are dependent on him. One day, see, one person, he could be a billionaire. He could have homes, he could have multiple restaurants, and one fine day he can become a pauper, right? So that is all we have. That is why we need to be dependent on the Lord. Like we see the Goswamis, they were dependent completely on the Lord, even for a meal. Madhavendra Puri, we know him, right? From Chaitanya Charitamrita. Even in Bhagavatam, we see him. He will not eat unless someone gives him the food, he's not going to eat. So Lord himself once came to him because he was so merciful. He himself came and offered him kheer because he didn't eat the whole day and nobody fed him. And Lord felt, oh, this Madhavendra Puri, he will never eat if nothing is being offered to him as Krishna Prasad. So better this deed, nobody came and gave him Prasad, so he did not eat. And then Lord was so touched by this. And then he himself came to him and offered him kheer. So this is how much people are dependent on the Lord. As you advance in the process of devotional service, then more and more and more and more you will be dependent on the Lord. Okay. So here Kunti Maharani, she's saying, you are the ultimate object whom we have to depend on. And nobody, if somebody is becoming famous, we know the Lord has its opulence, right? He is the supreme of all the opulences. If we are getting a teeny tiny bit of power or position or fame or opulence, it is because it's just a teeny tiny bit. Lord is showering mercy on you, and that is why you're getting what you're getting. Okay, this is what is the understanding from this verse. I want somebody to summarize what I said. Just raise your hands and we will see who is able to summarize this particular verse, what we are talking about. Okay, who wants to say this? Aditya, go ahead.
Okay, Mataji. No one should be proud of his prestige, power, and fame without being guided by the favor of the Supreme Lord. Living beings are always dependent, and the ultimate dependable object is the
No,
Lord
tell in
himself.
your own words, dear.
Oh, okay.
What did I say and what, I mean, I'm just asking
okay.
a summary of what we learned as realizations from today's class in your own words.
Okay. So like you shouldn't be too like puffed up and like with all your fame, say you like did good in some competition or something, you shouldn't like be like act like you're the best at everything. And like say you've like become the king of something, you shouldn't be like, oh, I'm better than everyone else living here.
Why you shouldn't be like that?
Because like it's gonna make you go into like more material stuff, and it's gonna make you go away from Krishna.
Everything is coming from Krishna. We have to take it in that way. That is the way we have to perceive. Everything is due to your mercy. If I'm doing something good in something, it's due to Krishna's mercy I'm doing this. If I'm able to speak, even the words that are coming out of my mouth, the sense devatas have to approve of my words. Other than, then only I can speak. It is ultimately Krishna who's sanctioning me to speak. Any action in this world is due to Krishna's mercy. That is why we don't have any role to play. It is due to his mercy we are doing something. So why should we be proud of certain things? If you do some action, you say in singing or instruments or whatever, it is due to Krishna's mercy. That should be the mood. And that way there is no question of power. Lord is the supreme in all opulences. He has all the 6 opulences in full. And he's just giving us a teeny tiny bit of it. Okay, that should be the mood, and that way we will not be proud, and we are also dedicating the results that we have got to Lord. Okay, Suraj, are you clear?
Mataji, I wasn't the one who asked that.
Oh, Aditya, are you clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So the next verse, we can see next verse. Okay, who wants to read this verse? Please raise your hands. Yes, Subhadra.
Okay, Mataji. Neyam sabesyate tatra yata ganem gadadhara tvaitparilankita bhati shavalakshana vilakshita.
Wonderful. Okay, who else? Giridhar, go ahead.
Okay. Mataji. Oh, Gadadhara, Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Okay, anybody else wants to read the sloka? Okay, two people. Okay, Tulasi.
Yes, Mataji. Neyam shabishate tatra yate danim gadadhara tvatpadar ankitapati swalakshana vilakshitaihi. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, dear Tulasi. All right. Now,
Can I say Mataji?
who's this?
Prahlad.
Who said what? Who wants to say?
Mataji, can I say after Prahlad?
Prahlad. Okay, go ahead, Prahlad.
Eyam sobhisyate tatra yate danim gadadara vatpadayam bhati svalakshana vilakshita.
Thank you, Prahlad and Mukund.
Okay, Mataji. Nayam shobhishyate tatra yate danim gadadhara tvatpadarankita bhate swalakshana vilakshite. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So now I'm going to summarize and somebody is going to tell me the summary at the end of this verse. I may ask anybody. Please listen attentively. Okay. So Giridhari read this verse, right? Oh Gadadhara Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet. Remember the Krishna's impressions, the lotus feet impressions of Lord Krishna are marked in our kingdom. And therefore, because of that, our kingdom is looking very beautiful. But when you leave, it is not going to become, it is not going to be beautiful. This is what is Kunti Maharani's. She's so unhappy about the fact that Krishna is going to leave them. She doesn't want Krishna to leave. So this is what the devotee hankers, right? Devotee hankers for Krishna's presence all the time, right? And Kunti Maharani is so sad. She doesn't want Krishna to leave. So she is giving these beautiful prayers, expressing her sorrow and lamentation for Krishna's leaving. Now let's understand this verse. Please listen attentively, okay? Just this one slide, and I want you to summarize after this. There are certain particular marks of the feet of the Lord which distinguish the Lord from others. Say, for example, we have Samskriti's feet, right? We cannot expect Samskriti's feet to have the markings of the Lord, right? We have Radharani's feet, which is having the markings. We have Krishna's feet having the markings. Like that, only Krishna's counterparts can have this markings on their feet. The flag, see, there is flag, there is thunderbolts, there is elephant, there is umbrella, there is lotus, there is disc. They are all seen in the bottom of the feet. These marks are what happens, these marks when Krishna walks in a particular kingdom, right? Now Kunti Maharani is saying when Krishna walks, his impressions are laid down. Wherever he traverses, wherever he walks, his impressions are seen. The land of Hastinapura was thus marked while Lord Krishna was there with the Pandavas, and the kingdom of Pandavas thus flourished because of this auspicious signs. Very, very, very auspicious. Krishna's lotus footprints are seen everywhere in Hastinapura, wherever he went, and because of it, that place became auspicious. And Kunti Maharani is pointing out that it is not going to be auspicious anymore. It will become inauspicious if Krishna is going to leave that place. Remember when Akrura, he was going to Vrindavana, and on the way Vrindavana, he saw Lord's lotus footprints. And immediately upon seeing the lotus footprints of the Lord, he immediately went into ecstatic symptoms. He started to show all the symptoms of ecstasy because he observed the lotus feet of the Lord, the markings on the feet of the Lord. This is Krishna, this must be Balaram. And then he started to he started to exhibit the ecstatic symptoms, and he fell upon the ground crying as if Krishna was there personally. That's how much he expressed his love for Krishna and Balaram, looking at the lotus footprints and anticipation to see Krishna and Balaram. So this is what the lotus feet of the Lord can do. All of them, they want to surrender, right? All the devotees are saying, I want to surrender onto your lotus feet. I want to surrender onto your lotus feet. And this lotus feet, even the toenails of the lotus feet of the Lord, they can emanate so much of effulgence. Just the toenails of the Lord, they can just bring so much effulgence. This is how glorious the lotus feet of the Lord is. And now I'm going to ask somebody to summarize this verse for me. Who wants to do? They can raise their hand. Okay, Akshita, go ahead.
So Mataji, you said that Krishna and Radharani can only have the auspicious markings on the feet, on their bottom of the feet, and such as like thunderbolt, elephant, and etc. And you gave examples, and the example you gave was like Krishna was there in Hastinapur. Yeah, Hastinapur with the Pandavas, and then the markings of the feet were there, and then they were everyone was thinking it was very auspicious. But then Kunti Maharani was saying that if Lord Krishna leaves this place, then it will not be auspicious anymore.
Wonderful. You pretty much summarized the entire purport. Very, very good. So if Krishna is not there, then auspiciousness will not be there. That is what is Kunti Maharani's realization from this verse. Okay, so now each of these markings has a significant meaning. Okay, we are not going into the details, but each of them, they have a significant meaning, and we need to also, a lot of devotees, they meditate on the lotus feet, they meditate on the markings of the Lord, exhibiting different qualities. Okay, so these markings have a special significance that way. Now, coming to the words, please raise your hands if you want to say the verse.
Mataji, can Mukund read?
Okay, go ahead, Mukund.
Okay, Mataji. Imagine pada Shraddha Swapakvashadhiviruddha Vanadrinadi Undvanta Heyadante Tava Vikshite.
Wonderful, thank you. Aditya?
Can Ramachandra say?
Yes, Aditya and then Ramachandra.
Imagine pada Shraddha Supakvashadhi Viruddha Vanadrinadhyudanvanta Hedante Tava Vikshitehi.
Thank you, dear Aditya. Ramachandra?
Okay, Mataji. Ime jana pada shrudva shupakvauda vausadi virudha vanadri nadyundavanto hedanta tava vikshitahi.
Okay, good job, Ramachandra.
Say Mataji, this is Shubhadra and Giridhari. Can Shubhadra go first?
Subhadra, okay, go ahead.
Ime Janapada Shubhidra, Shiva Bhakshadi Viruda, Vanadri Nadu Danvanta, He Dantatava Vrikshita. Can I say Mataji?
Okay, dear.
Okay. Ima Janapada Shidva, Pushva Shuko Vashtadi Vida, Vanadri Nadi Unnanta, He Entantitva Vishitai.
Okay, Tulsi, Akshita, go ahead, Akshita. And then Tulsi.
Ime jana pada shriddha supakvau shadi viruddha vanadrinadi udanvanto hiedante tava vikshatai.
Good job. Okay, Mukund. Sorry, Tulsi, after that Mukund.
Yes, Mataji. Ime jana pada svritha supa kvashadi virudha vanadrinadyu danvanto hedante tava vikshitae.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Very good. Mukund?
Mataji, I already
Oh, said you raised your hand. I thought you did. Okay, so sorry. All right, no problem. All these cities and villages are flourishing in all respects because herbs and grains are in abundance and the trees are full of fruits. The rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, and the ocean is full of wealth. And this is due to you are glancing over them. So what is Krishna saying here? He's saying it is all due to your glance. There is so much nourishment that the trees and fruits are, all these herbs, grains, everything is abundance. And the village itself is flourishing because of your glance. Just your glance is enough, Lord Krishna. That much nourishment it can provide to all of the entities. Okay, so really look at it, even in our day-to-day lives, just Krishna, all he has to do is glance over the prasad, right? Once he glances over that prasad, then everything comes to us, all auspiciousness. We accept it as the mercy of the Lord and we read the remnants of the Lord, right? This is what happens. Krishna's glance is enough for us it can make anything possible. All these fruits, flowers, abundance of grains, herbs, nothing but your glands. Because of your glands only, they are able to grow in such abundance. Okay. And then she's saying, Prabhupada here is saying in the purport, please listen carefully. Somebody has to summarize this verse. Okay. No doing these things. Okay. Please just this particular slide and one more slide, and we will be understanding Srila Prabhupada's purport. So what is Prabhupada saying? The natural gifts such as grains, vegetables, fruits, all these pearls are supplied by the order of the Supreme. And as he desires, the material nature produces them in abundance or restricts them at times. Sometimes we see the dam is there, but water is not there. Why? It is because of Lord's sanction, one may have water in the dam because the rain has to come. For that, you have to do yajna, right? If the rain has to come, you have to do yajna. If you don't do your yajna, the demigods, they will not be satisfied. And again, ultimately, if demigods, so they will go and report to Lord Krishna. See, these people are behaving like this. They don't deserve any rain. And then rain will not come. The dam will still be dry. So it is due to Supreme Lord's mercy that we get what we get. The material nature is offering us a lot of things because of our performance of yajna. If we don't do our yajna properly, then we may not be able to get what we want. The natural law is that the human being may take advantage of these godly gifts by nature and satisfactorily flourish on them without being captivated by the exploitative motive of lording it over the material nature. We should not try to exploit the material nature, right? We are given some resources, we should not exploit them. What does exploitation mean? Say, for example, we are having all these things like fruits, grains, herbs, all these things we are having. So what is the necessity to kill an animal and eat the meat? Is there any necessity for us to do that?
No.
We are given so much. If somebody argues, oh, I need protein, why can't you get protein in dal? So many vegetables also has proteins. Why do you have to kill an animal and eat that and then say, oh, I just want protein and that's why I'm killing this animal? We are exploiting the material nature in that process. Isn't it so? That is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. We should not exploit the material resources that are given to us. We should use it as we need. Even collecting abundant of food grains, when there is scarcity, and when you try to say, for example, when Corona started, the grocery stores were not getting their supplies. The Indian stores in America, they used to get products from India. And there were some restrictions on travel, because of which they were not able to get their food materials. And if you as a person accumulate like 10 bags of rice in your house, how will the other person be able to consume rice? So we should not be greedy also. We should always have it should not never exploit material nature. Okay. Whatever is given to us through the sanction of the Lord, we take it, not more, not less. All these natural gifts, they are dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Only due to his mercy we get. Everything in this world is due to Krishna's mercy. What we need, therefore, is to be obedient to the laws of the Lord and achieve the perfection of human life by devotional service. The indications by Kunti Maharani are just to the point. She desires that Lord's mercy be bestowed upon them so that the natural prosperity be maintained by his grace. So all she was saying through this verse is, it is due to your mercy we are getting what we are getting. We are able to sustain this human form of life is because of you. You're providing us the food materials. You're providing us what we need. And only because of your glance over those things, we are getting what we are getting. Otherwise, nothing is possible. Okay. So now I want somebody to summarize this verse. Who wants to go? And then we will discuss one more relevant verse from Bhagavad Gita where Krishna is providing this kind of nourishment. Okay, who wants to say? Just raise your hands. Anybody else? Anybody else apart from Akshita? I know she summarized the previous verse very well. Anybody else?
Mataji, can Mukund sir?
Yes, Mukund, go ahead.
Okay, Mataji. So, all the cities and villages are.
No, don't read that. I just tell the summary.
Yeah, Mataji. So, all of the cities and villages are doing very well because of the crops that are there. They are in a very they are in a very big amount, and all of the villagers are able to get enough food to eat, to sell and to survive. And but if we don't do yagyas to the demigods, then we won't get that. For example, if we don't do yagya for Indradev, then we won't get rain. It is very important for all of the crops and trees and rivers and all that. So, and then if we don't do that, then we won't get that. And then the demigods will report to Lord Krishna that these people are not doing yagyas.
Yeah, so in the Kali Yuga, one more point to add, Mukund, is Sankirtana Yajna. That is what is recommended. You don't have to see if you satisfy the root, everything else is satisfied, right? All the leaves, branches, fruits, all of them, they are satisfied if you water the root. Likewise, if you do Sankirtana Yajna, chanting the holy names of the Lord, all of them will be satisfied. Okay? That is the understanding. So in Kali Yuga, we are supposed to do Sankirtana Yajna, which is what Srila Prabhupada recommends. When you do that, we try to harmonize with what the material nature has to offer. Again, it is, see, I am doing chanting of the names. Why is the rain not coming, or why is there is the dearth of food materials, you may ask. It is due to the collective response of the human society on the whole. It is just not you, okay, who will have an impact on the material nature. Everybody, the collective, cumulative, what do you call it? Cumulative worship of all the people is what is going to give you the end result at the end of the day. Okay, so that is what is the understanding. And now we are going to see a verse from Bhagavad Gita, which actually substantiates this particular point that Kunti Maharani is talking about. Due to your glance, the miracle happens, right? Abundance of fruits, vegetables are seen. It's just due to your glance. Now, I want you all to read this particular verse from Bhagavad Gita. If somebody knows this memorized, raise their hands. I can call you all out. Okay.
Gam avishyasa cha bhutani dharayami aham ojasa pusnami cha tusi sarva samo bhutva
Rasatmakaha. Okay, good job. Aditya?
Gama Vishwasya Bhutani Dharayami Amojasa Vishnani Choshadi Sarvaha Soma Bhutva Rasatmakaha.
Okay, Tulsi?
Gamavisya cha bhutani dharayamyaham ojasa pushnami chaushadhi sarva somo bhutva rasatmaka.
Good job. Akshita? Akshita, dear?
Yes, Mataji. Gam avishya cha bhutani dharamya
Dharayamahamojasa.
amojasa ushnami chausadi sarva samo bhutva rasatmaka.
Okay, Mukund, thank you, dear Akshita.
Yes, Mataji. Gama Vishya cha Bhutani Dharayamya Ahamojasa Pushnami Choshadi Sarva Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, dear. And so Ojasvi. Where are you, Ojasvi? I didn't see your raised hand for a long time. Go ahead, dear.
Avishya cha bhutani dharayamyaham ojasa pushnami chausadhi sarvaha somo bhutva rasatmakaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, good job. Anybody else? I can go on, or everybody is done? Okay. Ramachandra, did you want to say?
Okay, Mataji. Avasya cha bhutani dharayamya ahamojasa pushnami chausadi sarva samo bhutva rasatmakaha.
Wonderful. Thank you, dear Ramachandra. So what is Krishna saying here? I enter into each planet and by my energy, they stay in the orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables. Very important point, right? Sometimes I mean, one thing I want to bring about when it comes to food is eating outside. As much as possible, we don't eat the food outside. Why we don't eat food outside? We can offer it to the Lord and eat the food, right? Why can't we do it every day? Like, if you feel like eating some kind of variety food from restaurants, why do we not eat that food? I mean, why do we prefer not to eat that food?
Mataji, can Mukund say?
Yeah, Mukund.
First reason is because it is not offered. Second reason is because we don't know what the chef was thinking about at the time, whether they were thinking about Krishna or whether they were thinking about something material.
Yeah, they may even think about something really bad, right? You may have
Or
an
if, and you don't even know what they're gonna add inside it. What if they add something wrong?
There is also an apprehension of what they will add to that particular food substance or food. Even though they may say it's a vegetarian platter, we may not know because, again, that is why we don't unnecessarily eat and indulge ourselves eating outside. First, okay, the thing is, we don't. One
Mataji?
reason is it is not offered. In worse situations. What is it? Who has a question? I'm sorry.
Me, Krishna Naina. It's not a question, but like outside food, even if they say it's vegetarian, but there's vegetarian orders and then not non-vegetarian orders. They'll probably still use like the same like pots, pans, and everything that they used for the like non-vegetarian.
Wow, beautiful point, Krishna Naina. So there are so many reasons. I think we have 4 reasons. One is it is not offered. Krishna Naina said the same vessels for vegetarian and non-vegetarian could be offered, and that's why there is a chance of mixing. And Ramachandra brought up this point that there is a chance of giving us something else which may be.
They may have a different understanding of vegetarian.
Yeah, and they may present as something different. And then Mukund's point, we see that obviously, what is the consciousness of the person? What was he thinking when he was cooking the food? We know at our home, our mom probably listens to the lectures of Krishna or hears Krishna Kirtan or sings the glories of the Lord and makes the food for us, right? And that is what we eat as prasadam, which is coming as a mercy to the Lord, because our consciousness when we cook the food is in Krishna. That is why we offer it, and that is why we don't indulge ourselves in other kinds of foodstuffs from outside. These are the reasons. Okay, and now Krishna, he says he is the, what does he say here in the translation? He supplies the juice of life to all vegetables. The vegetable has this succulent, juicy thing because of Krishna. Okay, this is Kunti Maharani is also talking about the same thing. Lord's glance, because of it, everything is nourishing. And here, what is the translation? Similarly, it is due to the Supreme Personality of Godhead that moon nourishes all vegetables. Due to moon's influence, the vegetable becomes delicious. Without the moonshine, the vegetables can neither grow nor taste succulent. Okay, human society is working, living comfortably, enjoying food due to the supply from the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, man cannot survive. Everything becomes palatable by the agency of the Supreme Lord through the influence of the moon. The reason we are able to survive and sustain through this life is because of Krishna. We have moonlight, we have sunlight, we have all these material amenities because Krishna is giving us this mercy, because of which we are able to have what we have. And we have to always be thankful that he is glancing upon us, his mercy is falling upon us, and we have to always take his mercy as prasad. Okay, this is the understanding of this verse. Okay, so now we are going to go into our moral story section. Are you all clear with what we have done so far? 3 verses, 3 beautiful verses. The first verse, what was Kunti Maharani talking about? She said, give up all this pride, fame, and all that opulence. All this is coming due to your mercy, Krishna. Without your mercy, we are not going to get any of these. It's all coming from you. And then the second verse talked about, what did it talk about? It talked about the auspicious marks of the lotus feet of the Lord. Wherever it traversed in Hastinapur, it brought auspiciousness to that place. But now without your presence, how will we be able to get that auspiciousness? And the third point Kunti Maharani is clarifying from the third verse is, what is she saying? She is saying that all these nourishment the cities and the villages are getting, it's all due to your glance upon them. Otherwise, how will we have vegetables, fruits, grains, so much? It is due to your glance, O Lord Krishna. It is due to your mercy we are able to get this. And we also saw a verse from Bhagavad Gita 15.30. Okay, this is the summary for today's class. And now we are going to end this presentation, and we are going to now talk about Haridas Thakur's pastime. It is a beautiful pastime. Can you all pay some attention to that as well?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, who is listening?
Me, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. I'm listening.
Krishna will be very happy. Today is Ekadasi, you know, right? And today, if you are all, what is it? Did somebody say something? I'm just opening this particular, I just thought I saved it, but I didn't save it. Okay, I don't know where it is. Let me see. I thought I brought it up. Okay, let me see. Oh no. I got it. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me share now. Yeah. Okay. Kids, are you able to see this here?
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
So
Mataji.
okay, let me just. Okay, it's a beautiful story. All of you all listen, okay? Haridas Thakur was born in Bhutan in the family of Muslims on the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, he's born in a Muslim family. Haridas Thakur traveled to a place near Ganges and settled in a village called Pulia near Shantipur. He loudly chanted the names of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, like that he chanted the names of Krishna. Advaitacharya was ecstatic to see Haridas Thakur. Why was he ecstatic? Because he knew Haridas Thakur was chanting the names of the Lord in such a blissful way, and this Advaitacharya could understand the potency of Haridas Thakur. And both in Budna and Pulia, countless people were purified by Haridas Thakur's presence, and they took to the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. All the ecstatic symptoms like crying, laughing, fainting, perspiring would appear in Haridas Thakur's body as he loudly chanted. Even the ritualistic saints, they were astonished. So looking at the Ashtashatvika Vigar that Haridas Thakur exhibited, all of them, the nearby cities, all of them, they were purified. And not only purified, people were astonished looking at the symptoms that Haridas Thakur was exhibiting. Chand Kasi, he was a Muslim authority in Shantipur. He grew envious of Haridas Thakur's reputation and ordered his guards to arrest him. See, some people, they cannot tolerate the happiness we can say if some person is getting famous, the envious people, they feel that their fame is reduced. This person is taking up all the fame and their fame is reduced. So they become envy of that person. And then to show his envy, what is he doing? He ordered his guards to go and arrest him for no reason, right? There's no particular reason for why Haridas Thakur had to be arrested. By Krishna's mercy, Haridas Thakur was fearless of death. He knew he is not the body, he is the soul. He appeared before the Nawab. He was chanting the holy names of the Lord. Okay, he did not give up chanting. Muslims had imprisoned many Hindus. These imprisoned devotees, they were very happy to know that Haridas Thakur's presence, all their sufferings will come to an end. They requested the prison wardens to allow them unrestricted association with Haridas. So this is what was the imprisoned devotees. They were all happy. Oh, Haridas Thakur is coming. Haridas Thakur is coming. All my sufferings is going to come to an end. And they said, let prison ward, bring him here. We want to get association of Haridas Thakur. Like that they said. When brought in the prison, Haridas Thakur was so pleased to see this tremendous devotion that has grown in the heart of the prisoners. So he blessed them, saying, stay as you are. So why he said, stay as you are, because he saw the consciousness of the people in the prison. All of them, they were all Krishna consciousness. That is why he blessed them, saying, stay how you are, stay how you are. If they are having some other consciousness, then he would have given some other statement. But this set of prisoners, they were so nice. Because see, this Nawab, he arrested all the Hindus. Right? So many Hindus, they were arrested. Just because they are Hindus, they were arrested. Because this particular Nawab, he didn't like, Chandkasi never liked Hindus to start off, or those worshipping the Lord. And then the prisoners could not grasp the depth of that blessing and felt dejected. Oh, Haridas Thakur didn't do anything for us like that. Understanding their mind, Haridas Thakur compassionately said, don't feel dejected. What I meant was, I simply desire that your love for Krishna remains the same. You will be freed within 2 or 3 days. This is what is the benediction that I am giving. So these people, they could not understand what Haridas Thakur meant. Stay as you are, meaning, will I be as a prisoner lifelong? Is that what Haridas Thakur meant? Oh, that is not what I want. So they felt dejected on hearing Haridas Thakur's comment. But Haridas Thakur clarified to say, now, what I was saying was, let your desire or love for Krishna remain the same, and you will be freed in 2 or 3 days' time. This is what is my benediction. This is how he compassionately said that also. Having showered his mercy upon the prisoners, Haridas Thakur, now he went before the Nawab, and he was chanting the glories of the holy names of the Lord. Due to his purity, Haridas Thakur radiated with effulgence, which Nawab could notice. He rose respectfully and offered him a seat. Because of his effulgence, these people are pure devotees of the Lord. When we see the pure devotees of the Lord, their purity also reflects upon us. And because of that reflection, the effulgence that they could see of Haridas, even that Nawab, he didn't know he was getting up from his seat, but then he stood up from his seat and he respectfully offered him a seat. This is what devotee can do. The Nawab said, knowing you that you have a good fortune of becoming a Muslim, you act like a Hindu. You ignore your high birth and act like a low caste Hindu. So these people, they were seeing differences in terms of religion. You are a Hindu, I'm a Muslim, Hindu is superior or Muslim is superior. And now up here is saying, see, our religion, Muslim religion is superior to the low caste Hindu. Why are you trying to get into this low caste Hindu religion? Like that, he was asking Haridas Thakur. To disregard your own race and land and religion for another is perverted. How can you attain liberation like this? I will punish you according to the mandates of Quran, that you will, so that you will be freed from your sins. So I'm going to punish you because otherwise you will be punished by the Lord. Before that, I myself punish you so that you can become free from your sins. You're actually doing some sort of, you're doing something wrong. And this is not right. Haridas Thakur, what did he say? Dear sir, according to knowledgeable Hindus and Muslims, there is only one God for all living entities. There is a difference in name only. You can call him Allah. You can call him, you can call different scriptures in different names like Quran, Gita. but he is the absolute truth that is residing in everyone's heart. All these are upadhis. These are all designations. This is Hindu, Muslim, all these are designations. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Hindu, I'm from Punjab, I'm from America, I'm raised here. All these are material designations, but we know the supreme ultimate truth is only one. It could be Allah, it could be Jesus, it could be Krishna, but we know Krishna is the absolute truth. And he is this one Lord. Okay? And that is what, and he is there in the heart of all the jivas. The omnipotent Lord, he controls everyone. Whatever you see of me, my activities are direct manifestations of the Lord who guides from within. He is the one who's guiding me to act from within. Okay, he is the Paramatma who's situated in the heart of everyone. From another's perspective, a person born in the family of
Mataji?
Brahmins.
Can you go a bit up so we can see the pictures?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. So this is where he was saying, okay, let me just reduce the size. Are you able to see, kids?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, are you able to see these pictures? The Nawab, he just...
Yeah,
Yes, Mataji.
it's all clear now.
It's clear now. I'm sorry, I could have reduced the size. He's talking to the prisoners here. Look at it. Are you all clear now?
Mommy said I could play.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so let's...
see all of these.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
See, today we will cover like 20 slides or something. In next class, we will continue from the same. It has 52 slides. Okay? Haribol, are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, this is what I think here. Yeah. From another perspective, a person born in the family of Brahmins displays the behavior of a fourth class person. What is the use of such high birth then? See, if a Brahmana is supposed to be involved in Vedic knowledge, trying to teach people about Vedas and the scriptures and all that, right? If a Brahmana is involved doing some abominable activities, then what is the use of the high birth? No point. He is supposed to act according to his innate propensities because of his material impressions carrying from previous births. He is acting in a certain way. What is the use of punishing such a person? Please consider this point, and still if you find me guilty, then you punish me. There's no high birth or low birth or anything. Okay, there is a Supreme Lord who is in all the hearts of everyone, and he is the one who is guiding me within. If you think I'm guilty of something, then you can punish me. Then the Muslim courtiers were moved by the honesty of Haridas Thakur's words and presence. But Haridas Thakur's words did not penetrate the envious, sinful heart of Qazi. He instructed the Nawab, punish him. He is evil-minded. Others will fall under his influence and they will also become sinful. He will become disgrace to our Muslim community. If he wants to be spared, then he must preach Quran, preach from Quran. He should not preach from anything else. If he wants to be spared, that is what he needs to do. And Nawab once again tried to persuade Haridas Thakur. Friend, please speak from your scripture Quran, then you will have nothing to fear. Otherwise, this Qazi, he will force me to punish you. See, the Nawab was very much inclined to protect Haridas Thakur. And Chand Qazi, he was so envious of this Haridas Thakur. And he was so against Hindu religion per se. And because of that, he's saying, ask, preach. If you want, preach from Quran. I will spare you. But otherwise, I'm not going to spare you. I will ask this Nawab to punish you. Okay, that is what I will do. Now, Haridas Thakur replied, even if my body is cut down to thousands of pieces, I will not give up chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Each of these 1,000 pieces will chant the holy name of Lord Krishna. Even if you cut me down and break me down into thousands of pieces, each of that piece it will chant the holy names of the Lord. Nothing but it will chant the holy names of the Lord. That is how pure he was. Nawab then asked Qazi, what is your decision about him? And Qazi responded angrily. He said, beat him in 22 marketplaces till he dies. Till he dies, you have to continuously beat him. Haridas Thakur was dragged by the centuries from one marketplace to another. He beat him mercilessly. Their black hearts were consumed by hate for the pure devotee of the Lord. See, imagine if you are dragged from one market to another marketplace, how bad your body will feel. How many scratches, how much of blood, how much of torment, how much of agony your body will face, right? So much. The person with a compassionate heart, he cannot do it. Only a person who has a hatred, envy, jealousy, all this kind of bad attributes, only that person can do such an act. And this is what was exhibited by the people. See, their black hearts were consumed by hate for the pure devotee of the Lord. It is such an interesting pastime. Can we continue it from next class? I think now Madhava class will start, and hence I want to stop here. Is that okay, kids? Are you all touched by the story?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, dear. All right. So
But
we
I'm
will-
really eager to see the next slide.
Yeah, don't see the next. We will see it all together next week. Otherwise, you will lose the suspense. We'll do it together. Okay? Krishna Naina. Wait till next class. Okay, dear. All right. So let's pay our obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, and Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Yes, Dhruva?
I'm also going to Bangladesh today.
Wow, congratulations. I've never been to Bangladesh, and I'll be happy to hear from you what you saw there, okay? Bye, dear. Have a happy trip. Hare Krishna to everybody. See you all next week.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, dear.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Is that a new live, Mataji?
Are you on, Mataji?
Is this a new live, Mataji?
No,
Mataji.
no. You can do live, Mataji. Janvi will put it right from here.
This is the new live or the old live, Mataji?
This is old Mataji.
Old, okay. Okay, then I will stop it, Mataji.